Hello everyone. This video is number 2 in my second greenhouse series. This is going to be going over the west end wall. Now, and in my first video I kind of explained how I was going to do this, but there was no visuals to see anything. And I got a few comments saying, oh, you should put a door in there, or what about putting a door, ventilation, etc. Well, with the visual here, hopefully it makes more sense as I try to explain things. Now, the reason, obviously there's no door here. It's about 10 foot 3, give or take, around 10 foot to the top of the hoop house. So it's marginally bigger, about 3 foot. So it's about 40% taller than that one. But anyway, the reason why I did it like this with no door is because this area here is going to be my propagation area. 12 foot by about probably 40 or 42 inch my bench will be. I'm undecided that yet. That's an afterthought when I come to build that. So with having that there, there's impossible to have a door. If I'd have a 3 foot door, I'd only have 9 feet of table space instead of 12, and that's 75%. So that's a big enough amount for me that I don't feel I need a door at the end. Now, to counter having ventilation from a door, I have these vents. I have 2 there, and then I have that one shut at the moment. They're just on hinges, and they just can just flop down. But anyway, I have top vents. The reason why the one on the right is smaller than the one on the left is because this chipboard comes pre-marked at certain intervals with black lines, and I misjudged one of those lines for the line that I drew. So instead of redoing the whole thing and wasting that sheet, I just made a smaller vent. It's a minor inconvenience. But anyway, where there's no wood, there's going to be plastic. Now, the reason why I did the plastic like that is because yesterday around 5 o'clock, the sun was real low in the sky, and everything through here would have been shaded all the way out to at least 8 feet. You can already see some of the shade, and right now it's about 1:30 in the afternoon. So instead of losing all of this by shade, is I'm going to put plastic. Just hook it onto the outside here with my 1x3s, whatever, and at least that way it'll let in a little bit more light, which should help. And then the reason why I have a top and bottom vents is because based on the temperature, I mean, in the summertime, you know, come June, July, August, September, like we're in now, the vents would likely be open all the time. Want that fresh air to come in. You know, come July, you don't want the temperature inside to be, you know, 100 degrees every day. You want it to be what the outside temperatures are, but you're still getting a little bit extra, which is what you want. Mainly you want to have vents in the springtime, and then later in the fall, if you have a fall garden, to regulate the air that comes in during the day, and then in the evenings, of course, you usually shut those. But anyway, I'll give you a quick overview of the outside here. Everything is just attached with a couple hinges on each one. These ones here fold up. I just have it wedged in there now with the screw, but these will close and they fit right in the opening that they were cut, and I'll figure out some kind of latching mechanism at the moment. And then just for now, I have just a screw there just to kind of hold it up to let the air through, because I can already feel, as soon as I put these doors in, I stood on the other side and you can feel a nice air coming right through these, so it's doing its job. And then the ones at the top, those will be likely used more in the springtime to get some air moving along the top. And then the bottom ones, because the bottom ones are so much bigger, it'll pull in a lot more air, so that might not be the best thing in early spring. But again, like I said, once summer comes and everything's open all the time, they won't really have an issue. But I wanted to have that option to have one vent out of 4, 2, 3, you know, do one side, the other side, top, bottom, however I wanted, to give me maximum ventilation. And I don't think I'm going to lose anything as far as without having a door. I mean, mind you, this is only 40 feet long, half of what the other one is, so it's not really that far to walk back and forth. And the thing is since I'm going to be doing all my propagating over here, once I bring in all my supplies, my seed, whatever, next spring, all that stuff is going to stay here until I either A, plant it in this raised bed, plant it in the raised beds in that greenhouse, plant it outside, or take it to market to sell. Now, only a 12 by 40 inch bed or table here doesn't give me too much space, but since early in the spring, you know, April, even in the beginning of May, There won't be anything in this greenhouse yet as far as planted. It'll be too early. However, it won't be too early to start seedlings that I can sell at the market, and I can even cover them in the evening if it gets down too cold. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a raised bed here, as I mentioned before, and what I'll do is I'll just cut pieces of plywood to sit on top of this. So any extra seeds that I have, seedlings, I can just line them up here. And then it'll just be temporary. So then as soon as I'm done selling those, or the space frees up, or I need the space, I pick the wood up, store it underneath the bench, and there you go. I mean, that's the goal. And all those things could change by, you know, when next April rolls around. I got another, what, I guess 7 months or so to wait until then. But anyway, that's the west end wall. Stay tuned for the east end wall. I'm working on it right now, and hopefully by the end of the day I'll have that done and have the video posted quite soon. So any questions or comments, feel free to leave them. I'm moving along a lot. It looks a lot slower than how I did my other one. The other one, I put the baseboards in, put the hoops up, and bam, then you're almost done, really. The end walls took a lot less time, but they were a lot smaller. I had pre-cut windows, doors, pre-cut, or pre-sized. All I gotta do is frame it in, and plus it's not as tall. If this was only 7 feet tall, it wouldn't take half as much time. But anyway, I think it's gonna turn out good with this design. Time will tell, of course. But stay tuned for more, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.